Hello, welcome back. Right, as you can see, this video is about Fighting Warrior, 1985 release from Melbourne House, written by Stephen Cargill. And for those of you who don't know, it's a side-scrolling sort of like beat-em-up, combat-em-up. You can see from the demo sort of mode that it's currently in at the moment. What the premise is, set in ancient Egypt, silly cow has got herself kidnapped, she's got to go and rescue her, and defeat all the baddies along the way. Right, I have been wanting to cover this game for a while, but that's the copy I originally got in 1986, Christmas 1986. That no longer loads, so I wasn't able to cover the video until, in a recent pickup, I picked up this compilation, Hot Shots, which, as you can see, has Fighting Warrior on it, and it loaded first time. So, Q, A, O, P and M are the controls. M is fire. Well, it's any key on the bottom row for fire, basically, and that defines your aggressive moves. So let's get on with this. Right, press any key to start. We're going to play keyboard as usual. Right, now I wasn't too impressed with this game back in the day. It didn't particularly have anything majorly wrong with it. I just remember not finding it very sort of entertaining, because this is basically it, really. Now you look and you see there's some really good animation on show here in this game. There's very little in the way of sound effects other than the squelchy little examples that are going on here to denote a hit when you are twatting the other bloke merrily upside the head with your big stick of death. Now you can jump up and down, as you can see, and you've got to be careful for those arrows. There's sort of silent archer somewhere who's taking the mickey, and you either duck or jump over the arrows. Now, one of the problems is that there's a bit of a delay between you pressing the command and it initiating, and that can mean if you're in the middle of battle and one of those arrows sort of flies at you, you've got to sort of like basically break off from what you were doing and try and oh look, got him straight away, ha ha ha, and try and get a sort of a jump or a thing off. So let's try that. Now that sort of showed, I pressed the command for that jump just a millisecond or so before it actually sort of executed, and that can sometimes be, I'll show you here. Look, see, I pressed down but he was halfway through a move, and there again I pressed up to jump, and it had to wait for the animation to sort of stop really before anything would happen. So I managed it on that one. Oh good lord, I hope this jar, which you smash with the sword, doesn't contain anything, basically. Right, I'm going to die on this one. You can tell that already. Oh no, I've got some energy back. Oh, I might get him, might be successful. Now, this basically is the game, and it is not particularly fun. It's quite sort of, it gets very samey very quickly. That being said, you know, Fighting Warrior's got some really good points about it. Look, I mean, hang on, just take a slurp of coffee. Look at the quality of the actual graphics and the animation on the main characters. The backgrounds are a bit bland, but I do have to say that the animation itself is pretty good, if a little slow, and if you know, it's a little slow to respond to what you're actually trying to get it to do. There's no, this is basically, this is the game really. So I'm going to try and jump over that. Right, okay, that's done. Now sometimes, as you saw, it's a bit of a lucky dip with those the sort of canisters. See, I was pressing up to jump out of the way of that arrow quite a while before it actually got to me, and I still missed it because it had to finish the animation, and that is really quite a pain. So I'll press up now, pressing it now, see? and it jumps once it's finished the swing animation. Now, I can't remember how this fared review-wise. I don't think it was a crash smash or anything like that. I don't think it got particularly savaged anywhere. But at the same time, I don't think it's regarded as a classic. Now, this had followed Way the Exploding Fist, obviously, and you can sort of... I don't know if Stephen Cargill was anything to do with Way the Exploding Fist. I'll have to have a look. Because one thing you can say the pair of them have in common is the quality of the animation. So that's why I would assume Mr. Cargill may have been involved with that. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I should really have researched that before I started rabbiting on about it. So, yeah, I didn't play this an awful lot back in the day, but it begs the question, which I always ask. What's your memories of Fighting Warrior, if you've ever played it before? Did you enjoy it? Did you find it a bit like I do? A bit did you hate it? I don't think it's a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not massively inspiring. There's not an awful lot really that sort of keeps you coming back. But like I say, I've been wanting to cover it for a while. Because I wanted to talk about the quality of the animation and the graphics, etc. And yeah, sorry, about the quality of the graphics and animation, etc. Now, as I said, there's literally little in the way of sound to this game at all. These are the only sounds you hear. There's no music, at least not that I've encountered in the game. It's just basically people in ancient Egypt just used to spend their days wandering around, just twatting the absolute shit out of each other, because obviously there was no telly or internet or anything else they could do to sort of keep themselves occupied. They just had to go around being antisocial. Right, press jump. Oh, right, okay. But, you know, not a bad game. Not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. It just doesn't have much about it that makes you want to come back and play it more and more, if you know what I mean. There's a sort of decent variety, I suppose, in the presentation of the opponents. Ah, got me. But like I say, everything is just a little mundane, a little humdrum. So once this round of the game is finished, I'm gonna shut up, basically. Please, like I've already beseeched, if you are familiar with the game, please share your memories of it with me. It'd be great to compare views, compare notes, etc., etc. And if you like the video, please let me know. If you like what I do and you're not subscribed, then why don't you subscribe? It would be great to see you. Join in with the discussions, etc. If you are going to subscribe, then like I said, please join in. Please fire questions and share your memories, etc. It's going to be absolutely great to see you. It's great to get back on the horse. This is the first gameplay video I've done for a long time, and I'm going to leave that game there. There are more to come. As ever, thanks ever so much for watching. It's Sunday, it's warm, but it's also cloudy and a bit windy. I hope the rest of your weekend is a good one, and take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.